Unified communications is really the integration of many existing forms of communications that businesses use today. So many people are familiar with, obviously, the telephones on the desk, email. Some may be using instant messaging, for instance, and they may be using collaboration technologies like multimedia collaboration and audio conferencing. So unified communications is the integration and simplification of all these different communications channels into a single environment, and ideally to a single interface and experience. So regardless of your location, whether you're out about as a salesperson, for instance, or you're sitting at your desk, or you're at a customer site, the capabilities that you have are exactly the same. So you might be using a mobile phone, but a lot of the capabilities, like making phone calls, of course, sending instant messages, and knowing the status of those people who you directly work with, is available on your mobile device, as it would be on your desk phone, as it would be if you're working from, say, a customer site. So it's really the simplification of all these various communications channels into a single environment, and ideally from a single user interface. There are lots of benefits to business. Some of the benefits you can directly attribute to user productivity. So the ability to communicate in your day-to-day work environment very easily from a single user interface, whether it's externally out and about as a remote user or internally. This increases the productivity of the individual user. Where we see the greater benefit, though, is directly using UC technology in business processes or business operations. So there are benefits for individual users, of course, from an efficiency perspective, but we see that once the technology is embedded directly into user applications, desktop applications, or desktop applications where many of these capabilities can be automatically initiated, this is where we see the real benefits of UC technology. The three examples that come to mind, one from a mobile user's perspective, the second one is from a customer service perspective, and the third is from more like a project team collaboration perspective. So the first example is of, say, a remote user or a salesperson who's generally on the go. So the example I'd like to sort of illustrate is this person's at the airport, for instance, and they receive emails from their customers. And in this case, they've received an email which requires an urgent action. So this person, utilizing UC technology, is able to look on their device, a mobile device, have a list of the team members within her team, and is able to see from this device the actual status and the location of the most appropriate person to call. So this person is then able to can either make a call or send an instant message to the most appropriate resource who she knows is available to deal with this urgent action. So that's an example of how UC technology or UC solutions can really speed up the process of resolving issues. The second example would be of a customer service example. So let's say you as a customer rings into a contact center and has an issue, and this issue is not an issue that the normal contact center agent would normally deal with. They would need an expert. They'd have to go through somebody else to help them out in this case. But normally what would happen is that you would be passed on, you'd be transferred, or you'd be asked to call somebody else. In this case, UC technology can assist the customer service agent by allowing them to see who the expert agents they would probably need, where they are, whether they're available, and if they're available, how could I contact them? So the agent has the ability to see from their desktop the appropriate, what we call subject matter experts. And she would know that a person who deals with, say mortgages, in your case maybe you called about a mortgage, is available, but they're located, it doesn't matter where they're located. That person, as they're talking to you, could be IMing that subject matter expert, explaining the situation and getting advice, and then being able to provide that information directly to you whilst you're still on the call. So that's an example of where you see technology, in that case presence, IM, and the ability to conference, for instance. They could have conferenced that subject matter expert into this particular, your contact, to resolve the issue. And one of the major measurables in a contact center is first time resolution, and we believe this sort of technology can help increase the incidence of first-time resolution. The third example I'd like to bring up is collaboration. UC solutions are very, very applicable to project teams. So the example I'd like to use as an illustration is, say, you're a project leader. You have many people around the region who you have to speak with on a regular basis to get decisions made on specific topics, or in this case, say, a document. So the collaboration technology allows you to, one, collaborate directly with remote people, regardless of where they are, share documents in real time, be able to share that document and update it in real time, and close or make decisions in real time. So UC technology is able to speed up the decision-making process in collaborative teams. So there are really three really easy to understand examples of how UC technology is able to improve not only the user productivity, but also speed up decision-making and business processes. Okay, as a UC vendor, we would highly recommend our customers to spend a lot of time researching and getting consultation from the UC experts in the field. So many of the vendors have spent a long time developing these solutions, have built up a great deal of experience, and know what are the most appropriate steps involved, because no one solution will suit every single customer. Many customers are at a different level in their progress towards UC technology. So it's really best to talk to the experts to find out what their existing infrastructure is, how can it be leveraged in the future, and what's the way forward.